Inhaling deeply at the top to hold here and deepen the core connection, and then we'll exhale to roll the spine piece by piece back down, keeping the pelvis tilted until we get the sacrum back down onto the mat, and then we can tilt back out into neutral.
Hi, I'm Zoe with Feel Your Zest Pilates, and today we are going to be doing a bit of a wake up without burning out flow. So it's going to be a lot of gentle, supportive movement, and we're going to start in our all fours place. So we want to make sure here that our knees are directly beneath our hips and that our wrists are directly beneath our shoulders. And then we want to pull our ribs up and in, and we want to have that pelvis in a nice neutral space. And we want to make sure that our head is just nice and in line with our spine. And from here, we're just going to inhale up into an angry cat shape, and then we'll exhale to melt back down into the cow. So we'll inhale up, we're pulling up out of the shoulders, pulling up out of the hips. And we're exhaling to tuck that pelvis out and just melt into our shoulder blades, melt into our spine. We'll just inhale up again, and we'll exhale out into the melt. We're making sure to keep our shoulders away from our ears as we melt back down. And now here, we're just gonna go ahead and swap the breathing. So let's take a nice big inhale to prepare, and then we'll exhale up into the angry cat, curving the spine, finding round, finding lift, and inhaling back down into the cow, melting into it. The shoulders come down and back and together. Exhaling up, tilting that pelvis, having a gaze toward our pelvis with our eyes, inhaling back down. And now that we have invited some of that supportive movement this morning, we're just going to go ahead and shift into a more supine position. And we're just going to find this place on our back with our hands resting next to us on the mat. And we're just going to inhale tall, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Hold your ribs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, close your ribs, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, ribs to the sides of the room and hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, long, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to release that back into normal breathing. And we're going to go ahead and just make sure that we're in our neutral place here. So we want to have our pelvis very flat, level with the floor. We have this little bit of arch in the lumbar spine. We have our shoulders down and connected. The bottom of our rib cage is connected. Our feet are about sit bone distance apart. Our hands are going to find the mat next to us. We'll inhale tall, and as we exhale, we're just going to tilt the pelvis up toward our face, supporting our spine fully with the mat. And then we'll inhale back into neutral. So we'll exhale, supporting the pelvis, tucking it in and up, and we'll inhale back into neutral. We're isolating just the pelvic movement as we exhale, tilt up, and we inhale to release. As we're exhaling, think about closing the ribs as you tuck the pelvis in, and as we inhale, fill the lungs out wide toward the sides of the room. And as we bring the pelvis back into neutral. Last time, exhale, tuck the pelvis in and inhale back into neutral. Now our hands are going to find the mat beside us. They're going to be good here for support. And we're going to go ahead and inhale tall. And as we exhale, we're going to tuck the pelvis, but we're going to peel it up off of the mat into this neutral bridge space at the top. We're going to inhale to hold here, and then we're going to exhale to roll the spine back down. One piece at a time. The tailbone reaching long as we come back down to the mat. Inhale, tall. Exhale, tuck. Peel the spine up and off of the mat. Inhaling deeply at the top to hold here and deepen the core connection, and then we'll exhale to roll the spine piece by piece back down, keeping the pelvis tilted until we get the sacrum back down onto the mat, and then we can tilt back out into neutral. And we'll inhale tall, we'll exhale, tuck the pelvis in, roll the spine up and off the mat. And now that we're here on our inhale, we're going to march up one leg and place it back down. Exhaling and march up the other leg, place it back down. Inhaling deeply to reset ourselves for that exhale as we roll the spine back down to the mat. Reaching the tailbone long. We're pressing the mat away from us, not muscling through here. Again, inhale tall. Exhale, tuck the pelvis. Roll up off of the mat. Now here on this inhale, we're going to start with the other leg this time. Inhaling it up and placing it back. Exhale, the other leg up and back. Remember, we're pressing the mat away. Inhale deep. And then exhale to roll the spine back down to the mat. The pelvis, the last thing to come back into neutral. And from here, we'll go ahead and just hug our knees into our chest. Give a little bit of stretch. And this is a nice, simple, easy wake up flow for you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.